Yeah. You're listening to the Grind Ethiks Mixtape show, and I'm your host, Victory, BX Supreme Promoter. Basically, in the motherfucking building, right here on Grind Ethiks Mixtape show. Alright? And I'm here with my brother, Van Ark, instrumental artist. He does all types of genres, you know. But I'm here with my brother Van Ark representing VA, Virginia. What's going on, fam?
Man, everything's cool, man. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm grateful. I'm just having fun. My album just came out, man. I'm just happy for having me on.
Yeah, congratulations on the release, man. What's it called? No commercial breaks.
Yeah, it's called Commercial Breaks, man. Not Commercial Breaks.
Oh, Commercial Breaks.
It's pretty much like hip-hop mixed around retro commercials. It's pretty much a variety show with different MCs and production fully by me, music arranged by me, and many other great artists that's featured on the project as well. Shouts out to Open Mike Eagle, Ozark, Lee Ferris, and everybody that's a part of it. I mean, it's just a cool thing, you know.
Oh, so it's like,
awesome.
It's like y'all recorded the songs as if they're commercials.
Pretty much, man. I took like retro commercials and I made a concept around it. I just sent out a bunch of tracks to various artists, and they wrote their lyrics to it and recorded them and sent it back to me. And after everything was done, I just carved and put the album together based around the concept of old school commercials. It's kind of like you're watching a variety show on TV, but it's an audio visual. You're breaking it down in that element.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why you just do?
You know what, man? I'm doing vocals on it. I'm rhyming on the title track, Commercial Breaks.
Okay.
I produced it. I produced the whole album. I'm rhyming on 3 tracks. Linear featuring CGs, another song called Fast, Static featuring Ozark Reader, and the title track Commercial Breaks. So I'm on there, man. I'm doing vocals too. I'm an MC as well and a musician. So
you know who you remind me of for some reason? You remind me, since you say you're a musician and you rap too, you remind me, and produce?
Yes.
You remind me of Godfather Don. Remember Godfather Don?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
You remind me just, and I met Godfather Don years ago. It's funny because the first time I met you online, this was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like every time I think of your name, Van Ark, I'm always thinking of Godfather Don face. It's funny though, maybe because I don't meet too many people that actually, I think you're the second person that I know that raps, play instruments, and produce at the same time. And Godfather Don was the first person that I know that did all three things. That's why every time I think of you, I'm always thinking of Godfather's Don face. You know what I'm saying?
That's an honor, man.
It's funny, yo. Yo, big shouts to Godfather Don. I gotta get him on the show. Last time I saw him, I was like not even 20 years old. I was like 16, 17. The brother always, this brother would like dream you out with stories.
He had a lot to talk about, huh?
Yeah. But he had an ill sneaker boot collection. Forget about it. He had an ill collection.
Oh, he's into the boots too. I'm into the boots too.
Yeah, he was into the boots. You remember those navy and gray Timberlands back in the days, like in the late 90s?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, he had those joints and shit. Like, I wish I had those joints. Anyway.
He still got a lot of them, huh? He still buy them up and find them?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I haven't spoke to him for almost 20 years, really.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I spoke to him on Facebook maybe a couple of years ago, and we didn't really reconnect like that. But anyway.
Yeah.
But more about the album. Talk more about the album.
The album, man, I pretty much, it took a while to put together because it's more of a conceptualized project. It's not your typical hip-hop album. You think about like old school commercials from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and then you put hip-hop songs around those commercials in between. So you get the elements of yesterday and today with the look into the future with hip-hop. You know, it's just kind of that aggressiveness, but it still keeps the elements and the sound. And that's kind of where I was going with it when I produced the whole project. As you listen from track to track to track, it's like a movement. It's a musical movement, different scenes and the sound and the texture. So you're getting that variation of a presentation of hip hop in its form, but also like not just staying in the old school, but also with the new school as well. So that's my vibe with the project.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little bit of, because you need that old school feeling with the taste of the dose of the new. I mean not always, because I like the straight new school shit like Cannibal Ox. Forget about it. You know, Cannibal Ox is straight new school.
Yeah.
Straight new school with their sound.
I love Large Professor. I love Extra P, man. That's my inspiration, Extra P.
Oh yeah, LP is nice.
Yeah.
I met Large Professor too a long time ago. But Large Professor is nice.
Yeah, I mean that was an honor, man. I love that cat.
Yo, it's funny because I met LP before I even knew who LP was. I met him a couple of few years after the Illmatic album. This was back in 96 or 97. You know the album came out, what, 92, 93?
Yeah, I think like 94. I think it came out like 93, 94.
Yeah. So I met him like a couple of few years. I wasn't into... First of all, I wasn't even into Nas. Don't beat me up. I wasn't into Nas back in the early 90s because I wasn't really into that jazzy hip-hop shit. I am now.
Right.
But that wasn't my mind state at that time. But
there was so much stuff going on, man, because you still had like MOP coming out, and I love MOP. I mean, I love that stuff too. So it was like you had so many different types of hip hop, as opposed to now you have to really search for it. You know, like look for the good stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I definitely got to hear the album. I definitely got to hear the album after this interview. And I heard some of your stuff. I played some of your stuff on the show actually. It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I think you played the No BS Brass remix.
Yeah, No BS. I remember that.
Yeah. That's a brass band from Richmond, Virginia. Talented guys, man, and they actually do a remix for the song, and I did that. And that was fun. And you know, it's interesting to really just branch out because I don't just do hip hop. I do avant-garde music. I do electronic music. I do funk. So I don't like to be in the box. I like to just kind of just go outside the boundaries and just experiment and study music and just create. That's kind of the space that I like to stay in, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, what made you just do an album instead of a mixtape? Because everybody's on that mixtape shit, and I know why you did it, but I just want let the audience know why you did an album.
You know what, man? I kind of keep my ear to the ground, but I like to stay in my own like zone and just like be in my own little, how can I say, Paisley Park like Prince. You know how he just create his music, because I love Prince too. I know I'm joining these crazy influences, but I like to like stay in my own vibe, create and experiment. And just, I'm more of a conceptualized artist. So I decided, let me just put out something that's kind of different, but still accessible to the listeners, and that's fun. It's not too much craziness going on. It's something for everybody with this album. You know, it's something for everybody that not just loves hip hop, but also loves music as well. You know,
of course.
That's the thing about it that I enjoyed from it. It's one of my favorite albums. This is my 15th release.
Your 15th album?
15th project.
Wow.
Project. Including EPs, collaborations, one-off projects, band collaborations. So this is technically my 15th project.
Wow. I mean, how long it took you to finish this project?
Oh, wow. I don't want to discuss years. I would say that maybe a year and a half. Maybe a year and a half.
That fast?
Yeah, year and a half.
Because a year and a half for an album is kind of...
Maybe a year and a half, 2 years. Probably 2 years, because I had to still like find the certain songs that I wanted. And also, originally the album was 40 songs. Originally. The first incarnation of Commercial Breaks was in 2012 to 2011. So I picked tracks from the first Commercial Breaks and made that his own project called Commercial Breaks Deleted Scenes. And it's pretty much songs I cut from Commercial Breaks and made it his own album. So I dropped that first. I dropped the B-side and the cut tracks first. And then I dropped this one this year, which is commercial mix, the actual.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah. So I know it's kind of like, I like to be, like I said, very experimental and out the box, but I thought, let me just do something different. Let me just do something different and just put this project together. But I think it took, I would say about 2 years.
2 years. 2 years is good to do a well-cooked album. Because a lot of people some people come up with an album like in 6 months or a year. I'm like, yo, fam, this is not a fucking mixtape.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say the concept took me 4 years.
4 years? Okay.
The concept for commercial breaks came right after I released my album Chemical Beats, which was actually in 2007 or 8. So the first recordings of commercial breaks started in 2008. But then I cut those tracks, and then I kept working and working until I got songs that I felt like would fit on this project.
Okay.
It took a while. Just conceptualizing it, it takes a long time. Because I like to kind of put the ingredients on and make sure it tastes right and everything's cool. It's kind of like you preparing dinner, like at the house.
Yeah, of course. Doing the album is like preparing a well-cooked meal. People gotta understand. You just can't come out with it. And me myself, because I'm an instrumental artist myself, and I learned that even just on the strength of making just one song or construction or building one beat or one track, it's like you just have to have fun through the journey. Even when you're going through the struggles of making or finishing that one track, just have fun. Forget about, don't worry too much about the finished shit. Just have fun. And a lot of producers forget to have fun. A lot of cats worry about, I'm gonna do this beat. I need to start doing beats like in 15-20 minutes tops. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You know
what I call that? It's kind of like you punching the clock, you're not feeling into it. That's what you're doing when you make music like that. I like to be in the moment, man. Like, I can be sleeping in my bed and I just wake up with a concept with a note in my head. And I say, let me just get up and just work on it. You don't feel like it, but you just tap into that frequency. And once you tap into that creative frequency, you feel it. You're there. And you're like, okay, that's something that's kind of special. You vibe with it.
Of course. So you got your own studio, or you did this in other people's studios?
I have my own studio, man. I use a lot of analog equipment.
Ooh, I love analog.
Yeah, I like to use a hybrid. I use analog. I have like a 1980 Yamaha mixer and 12 channel wood grain panels, man. Taking it back to like late 70s, early 80s. I use that. I got a lot of live instruments. I got a guitar, bongos. I got drum machines, vinyls, old school synthesizers. I'm kind of like a toy. I kind of like, experimenting with different like sounds. I'm kind of like a kid in the toy store. I meant to say that.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too.
I'm kind of like a kid in the toy store, man. It's like, man, what's that? Oh, I gotta get that. But you know what? It doesn't matter how many instruments that you have. It's all about the creativity that you put into it.
Of course.
Your equipment cannot make your talent. It's what you put into it. What determines your creative process and what comes out from it.
So how many instruments you play?
I play drums, guitar, keys. I would say about 3.
3, okay.
Yeah, man. And whatever else I come across, I learn how to play that too. I started getting into playing bongos a few years back. So I'm real heavy into that now.
Yeah, the bongos is the shit.
Love it. Love percussion. So I'm pretty much self-taught, man. I listened to a lot of jazz records over the years and started studying scales and chord progressions and measures. And, soon after your vocabulary musically started expanding and you just branch out. That's where I was going with it. Yeah, that's what happened.
How you feel when cats is not really musical, whether it's producers, fans, or vocalists, and they listen to your shit and they're like, I don't get it. Do you think it's because they're not musical people? Because a lot of producers and vocalists and fans are not really musical like that. They just...
It's not really their fault.
It's not their fault.
I would say it's how they came up listening to music. It's sort of like if you're introduced to Beethoven and being introduced to Miles Davis, you're going to understand music in a different way. But if you're growing up listening to, I'm not going to name any artists, I'm not going to single out anybody. artist that's not really in depth musically, that's kind of what you came up under, so you can't help that. My problem is if you don't want to go outside of the box and expand. That's my issue. It's like you can't be stuck there. You can't listen to the same thing over and over. It gets repetitive and it gets boring. I don't know how people do it. It's kind of like,
yeah, I don't understand how people do it either.
Yeah, you want to stay there? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like especially a lot of hip hop. You know me, I love the 90s rap music. I grew up on that shit. But I can't stand listening to people or people crying on YouTube talking about, oh, hip hop is dead. Oh, I'm like, all you have to do is you're on YouTube complaining. All you have to do is log on to real new school MCs or whoever, or listen to my man Van Ark or whoever, or, there's a lot of cats. It's funny how I mentioned people like Cannibal Ox. Also people like, you know who Billy Woods is, right?
Yeah, definitely.
People like Billy Woods, people like Danny Brown, people like Cannibal Ox, even people like LP and Killer Mike with Run Your Jewels. They'll listen to those type of sounds. I'm talking about the typical 90s hip hop dinosaur. Even though these cats have lyrical skills, they listen to the music, they're like, oh, it's not hip hop. Why? But even back in the 90s, not all the music was the same. Like,
yeah, because you had there was diversity in the 90s. That was the issue. And I'm sure some of the cats in the 80s was like, you know what? These cats in the 90s that's not hip hop. And so on it just continues. This is every era on the singing about the previous era. It's just, that's how it is.
Of course, as long as it's not trap music, okay? As long as it's not trap music.
Yeah, those crazy hi-hats.
Oh yeah, them fucking.
Trap music has its place. You know what? They have their place, and I think it's interesting to have that in music. I think we need that. We need the trap music with the real elements of hip hop. You need that choice.
Yeah, the trap music has its place in the sanitation department. Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
I'm a fucked up individual.
You put on a nuclear fallout suit at this point.
I'm a fucked up individual.
You got on hazmat suits, man. You just trying to spray it down. That's funny.
Oh man, that was funny. That made up my whole night. You know what? I don't need a blunt tonight. I'm good.
Every time it's a track, rapper say, "What do you mean? I'm not trash.
Oh man.
Spit a high verse, so you're like, nah. Don't spit no high
I can't hear no I know lyricists. I know real lyricists that rap over that shit, and I can't hear the lyricism because trap music is not meant for that. It's not meant for you to spit real lyrical skills on it. So it's like, I don't care if you sound like Rakim. I can't hear your skills over that shit.
You know why? Because the music is droning. It's kind of, the rapper is pedestrian, and the music is at the forefront, and it's messing up your brain waves. Like, what the heck is this? What's happening? This music is. I'm not saying. I'm gonna say this. I'm not singling out anybody. I'm gonna be political here.
Oh, fuck that. Yo, fam, fuck that shit. Yo, listen. I tell everybody that get on the show, that get on the Grind Ethiks Mixtape show, I tell them, this is not a political correct show. You can even criticize me. You can even criticize me.
I'm not that much of an ass. I'm not the good ass. I'm not like that, man. I'm gonna say this. I don't mess with a lot of the new music out now. Some of it's cool, don't get me wrong. There's some good stuff out there. But just for me, I like stuff that's innovative. That kind of reminds you of yesterday, but yet it takes you to the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You have so many writers trying to take elements of the good stuff and modulate it and present it to you like it's art. That's not art. This is pretty much like me going to an Andy Warhol museum. I'm cutting out his pictures and saying, hey, I put the dream on this picture. I created this. You just took pieces of his stuff and you put it together to make your own. And that's what's happening. Culture vultures, man.
Culture vultures.
That's what it is. Yeah. Nobody wants to admit it. We live in a place now that everybody's scared to speak their mind. If you do, it's a problem. You're either hating or you're jealous. And that's not the issue.
I hate the, yeah, exactly.
Somebody needs to tell the truth. And the truth is, a lot of biting out there.
There's a lot of biting.
To the point that they need X-Lax, bro. It's like that. It's crazy like that, you know. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So, how many downloads? Are you selling this album or are you giving it for free?
This album is a digital album that's available for purchase on my Bandcamp, bandcamp.com, where you can purchase the album. And also, check this out. It's also available on limited edition cassette tape.
Okay.
So you can purchase the cassette tape. You will also get
a cassette tape?
A cassette tape.
Wow, you took it back.
Yeah. So you're getting the old with the new. That's what I brought up before that concept. You will get the digital album. And the digital album would include a bonus track, which is a remix by one of my friends in the UK. It's a cool producer named Solomon Kane. He remixed one of the songs on the album. That's a little surprise that comes with the album download. And on the cassette tape, you get a bonus track. You also get the instrumentals on side B. Inside A, you get the whole album. So you get analog, you get digital.
Wow, I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause you know I like my drums crunchy. I like shit crunchy. I like it thick. See, I always compare the music I like to BBW women. I like my music like I like my women. Nice thick BBW women. If it's skinny, if she's skinny, she gotta have something. Just like the song. If the song is thin, if the song is mellow, it gotta have something to hang on to. It's something about it that has to have an oomph to it, a bottom to it. It can't just be.
You know what? It has this warmth. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It has this vibe.
Exactly. You can't just be skinny. You can't just be a skinny chick. Now I don't know if I'm talking about women and music. Now it's like, now I can't tell the difference now.
I think you intersected both of the two.
I can't tell the difference.
You break your ass, most definitely.
But yeah, that's how I like my music. Nice and thick, man.
Yes,
nice, thick, and mild. If it's mellow, if it's mild, that's the word I was trying to say. Mild, yeah.
Yeah, you have to have push with the music, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with this album. Because I was thinking to myself, I said, what can I do to kind of separate myself? Not saying bringing out a cassette tape is something original, but far as with me, I wanted it to be not just a music project, but an art project. So when you look at the actual cassette tape, you will see the design of a TV. And in the middle of the TV screen, you see the cassette, and you see the tape in the middle of it. And on side B, you see this color brown. And when you buy the cassette, you get a little collectible card with the band art track listing and all the mixing and the credits and everything you can think of. It's really cool. You know, it's like a little collector's item.
Well, that's cool. I gotta order the tape.
Yeah, it's on my Bandcamp. When you order the tape, you will also get the digital download that comes along with it.
Okay, that's cool. So what's next for you, man? I know you gotta, of course, constantly promote the album, things like that. But what's next for Van Ark, man?
What's next for me? I'm actually coming out with a documentary about Vinyl Records. I'm the director of it, the writer, and the producer. It's coming out in a couple of months. Been working on that for about a year. It's pretty much about Vinyl Records and the format coming back and why it's still considered the best sound. So I wanted to get really deep into that actual, thought process about buying an album, people going to record stores, listening to records, having the next generation getting into this format. So I wanted to touch on that, so I decided to make a documentary about it.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a vinyl geek myself. I love collecting vinyls.
How many do you own?
I don't got too much. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna say I got 10,000 vinyls. Nah, man. I might not even have 50. Okay.
I spent so much money on vinyl over the years. I buy vinyl maybe every 2 or 3 months because I have so many records. So many, man. I actually have warehouse crates.
Wow.
I got them in different places, so I have a lot.
You know how many you got?
Oh, maybe 1,000.
1,000, okay.
Maybe 1,000, 2,000, something like that. I would estimate. It might be more. I don't know. I sold some off.
I think once you pass 100, you ain't supposed to know afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. I really don't know. I was heavy into buying a lot of hip hop, but I'm a jazz guy. I'm very much a jazz guy and an experimental avant-garde type of cat too. So I'm into all types of music, but I just love jazz.
Yeah, jazz is the shit.
Yeah, I love Sun Ra. That's one of my inspirations too.
Yeah, rest in peace to Billie Holiday. Her birthday just passed. A day after my birthday, April 7th. My birthday's April 6th. Hers is April 7th.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
She would have been 100 years old too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite singers.
You know the jazz, one of the jazz artists named Dave Brubeck, he lived up until his 90s. I think he died maybe a year or two ago.
Okay.
He was still touring in his 90s still. And Ramsey Lewis still tours. He's in his 80s.
Okay.
Ramsey Lewis, yeah. He's a great jazz artist. He still tours. So it's interesting. Just creating music and getting in touch with that creative spark.
Of course,
That's
of course.
What it is for me. So I got a documentary coming up. I'm working on another album that's in a different vein musically. I'm still in the process of recording that. So I'm always trying to work, always trying to push what's next for me. That's about it so far.
Of course.
Yeah, documentary and the next album I'm working on for the following year. So still pushing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Have you ever had people, you know, you growing up as a musician or artist, you know, people telling you, oh, nigga, go get a solid job, 401k, nigga, this music, you ain't making that much money off of music, whatever, you know? Well, how do you dealt with, or have you ever dealt with that type of situation with people saying you can't make it or whatever?
I think it depends on what you define as success.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that.
By money, or do you define it by your enjoyment of what you create? With me, I've had an experience of people saying, oh man, you know, everybody's trying to do music, maybe you should have a plan B. So I went to college, I graduated in 2005, I had my degree in business. And I also work part-time, you know, like you see a lot of artists front, like, yeah man, you know, I do this all day. No, you don't. You don't do this all day. I mean, some do, but for the most part, being an artist is hard, you know? And no matter what, I will still love making music, even if I don't make a dime from it. Don't get me wrong, I take the cake too. I take that cake, man, definitely. But it's about the creativity, it's about the aesthetic, and it's also about the business. You have to be very versatile in terms of your art. You have to be smart, you have to be creative. So I would say, as far as my experience, I just keep pushing no matter what.
Of course, keep pushing.
Job or no job, still make music.
Yeah, of course.
The love is there. The love is there, and I still love making it. You know, it's cool. I've had some success. You know, I define it as my success. You know, just working with artists that I looked up to. You know, I actually had the honor of working with Bob Ken from Slum Village.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, rest in peace to my brother from the D. I love that guy. You know, I met him through a mutual friend named Lee Erickson out of Detroit. Working with Bob Ken was an honor, man. I mean, you gotta think. Slum Village, J Dilla, T3.
Yeah.
Just to even be in the same place and working with that guy is just, wow, that was the top swing. That was the heights, and I was just looking down like, wow. It didn't hit me until after the fact. I don't be in the moment until after it happened, you know? So I worked with him. I worked with a lot of great artists, you know, and it's an honor. You know, I can always think about that and reflect on that. A lot of people can't say that.
And a lot of people can't say that. And a lot of people can't say they're getting paid off of music too, because people get caught up in that survival life and shit. So they do music sometimes. I'm like, anyway, you know. But yeah.
You know, when making money off of music, I think it depends. See, the thing with money is, with music, it's all about marketing. It's all about your brand, aesthetic, and longevity. I've been doing this since I was 19 years old. You know, even when I went to college, I was still putting out music. I actually put out music with different labels over the years, like some labels in Japan, France, Macedonia, Germany. I mean, you know, I made a little money from some of those labels, and it was a good experience. You learn how to budget your money. You learn how to reinvest back into your craft. A lot of cats get out here and make their money and say, let me just show it. Nah, you don't do that. You reinvest. You pretty much reinvest back into your craft and your art and what you're working on next. Because you have to. You have to be smart about it.
You gotta be smart.
Very smart. Yeah. Well, definitely.
I think music and music and movies. I think music and money just don't mix. I mean, you can make a lot of money off of music, but a lot of times people have the tendency to sell out and to do some real low level type of music for the sake of making a certain amount of money. I just think it just don't mix. It just don't mix. Money and music don't mix. Not to say I don't want to make money off of music. I do, but it's just I feel it just don't mix sometimes. It's just not.
It depends on how much you want to compromise your art.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? Like compromising, I think it depends on to the extent of how much you want to sacrifice. With me, I'm very protective of having your brand, having your presentation, just the quality of it. So I'm picky about how I will go about who I will work with or what type of music I would like to put out. You know, because you have people that might follow you and they're like, man, I don't feel those elements anymore from Van Ark. I don't feel that vibe. And the fans can tell, your listeners can tell. They know. They know.
Yeah.
They know, man. They really know. You have to be very, very thoughtful when you get into the industry. What are you in it for? Are you in it for the money? Are you in it for the art and the money? It just depends. It depends on the person.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, my brother, for a wonderful interview.
Oh, thank you, man. It's an honor.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Where can we get your music at? I mean, yeah, you said Bandcamp.
Yeah. You can also go to my actual website, arttechnologies.wordpress.com. And also for Art Technologies, we don't just do music, we're multimedia. We have podcasts, we have custom clothing design, we have a lot of art sculptures, we have a Facebook page. You can check out this a vaster way of content, man, something that's engaging and fun. If you're into music, you're into art, you're into retro commercials, you're into all of that, just check out the Facebook page, check out the WordPress. I'm sure you will enjoy it.
Okay, good looking, my brother. You gotta get on the show again, once again, man. And congratulations on everything, man. Even of course, the album release.
Yeah, definitely. And then once again, go to vanark.bandcamp.com to get the album. I'm sure you will enjoy it. It's fun. It was fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, peoples. Thank y'all for listening. And remember, y'all, you know I always gotta say this. Tell a friend to tell a friend that it's all about the motherfucking grind. Basically.
Spread the word. Peace.